seen them. No hard shoulders, variable speed limits, safe stopping areas. They were supposed to be the answer to congestion. Instead, they have become hugely controversial. A number of deaths have been blamed directly on that lack of a hard shoulder. But any legal action against National Highways has been blocked because it doesn't have any liability. And now the lawyer, known as Mr. Loophole, says that that loophole should be closed. Phil Cunliffe reports.
The North West Smart Motorway network is growing, with further stretches of the M6 and M56 under construction. But also growing is a groundswell of opposition from people and organisations who say that they are death traps because they don't have a hard shoulder.
I don't know a motorist, I've never spoken to a motorist who isn't petrified about breaking down on an all-lane running motorway because there's nowhere for you to go.
Nick Freeman is a leading North West criminal defence lawyer. He says National Highways, who run the motorways on behalf of the government, can dodge punishment for fatalities because of a loophole in current legislation.
Highways England, as they were then, now National Highways, do not owe a duty of care to the motorist. So there's a very simple solution. Let's change the law, let's make it a mandatory requirement so that Highways England, National Highways, is responsible for the motorist. So when they have technology that fails, there's someone who's accountable. When you make people responsible, they tend to take more care.
In June 2019, Jason Mercer died on the M1 when a lorry ploughed into him while stationary. The coroner said a lack of hard shoulder was partly to blame. His wife, Claire, tried to bring a case of corporate manslaughter against National Highways, but it was thrown out by the Crown Prosecution Service.
They basically said there was only 3 instances in which National Highways owed a duty of care to anybody using the motorway. If you're a prisoner being transported, if you're an employee of the highway, which obviously I understand, and if the road is under construction at the time.
In January this year, the government announced that it was putting the brakes on any new smart motorway project for 5 years to collect safety data. Now, critics say that 5 years is too long, that the motorways are just too dangerous. Action needs to be taken now, starting with the reinstatement of the hard shoulders.
Well, if you actually break down in a live lane, it is Russian roulette. We would like to see motorways with a hard shoulder, but still using the technology for smart motorways.
National Highways have told North West tonight that they take road safety very seriously and are working within the legal framework. They're spending nearly £400 million to increase the number of emergency or refuge areas.
They're a government body, and it's very easy to say we prioritise safety. The figures, the statistics and the behaviour would suggest to the contrary.
Phil Cunliffe, BBC North West Tonight.
Now, the